Are you ready for an amazing tour here at Tina and Clayton's beautiful Saltbox home? Let's go inside and check it out. All decorated for fall. Oh my goodness. I am just so thrilled to bring you back to Tina and Clayton's gorgeous, gorgeous home. And Tina and I were talking about, what style, if you were saying what your style exactly is called. And she said it would be a combination of the primitive and colonial. I will make sure to put on the screen the names of the different artisans when I know them. But these are Joe Harden, if I remember that correctly. But look here, and wait till you see this cupboard here around the corner with so many of the really sweet vintage Halloween decorations and prim pieces. What I like so much about this home in particular is the amount of the decorating. Sometimes, in my humble opinion, and everybody has their own style, and that's what's so fun about it, but they just don't overdo. It's classy and classic. And I just absolutely love it. Look at the little bits of the bittersweet and then the jack-o'-lantern in the middle of that big bowl. And the fun thing in talking to Tina also is the memories of picking up this piece and that, or the pieces that her mother had made for her. Wait until you see the basket filled with things that her mom had made. But look at how much fun. Look at how wonderful this cupboard is. And then up at the top, all of those coffee grinders, each one a little bit different. And I love how Tina also, she buys the things that she likes and the style that she likes. And they don't have to be the old ones. She is absolutely fine with buying the reproductions to get that look, which I think is wonderful. Love that little bit of the orange pop of color here and there. Those nice, warm, cozy pumpkin pillows. And the baskets, the rye baskets and the harvest basket filled with the little pumpkins and the gourds. There are a couple of Bridget's sampler artwork pieces here and there throughout. So pretty out front. And this piece is so beautifully staged. Just the little pumpkins with the pieces of pewter. And I know I had said I thought that one in my shop actually looked almost identical to this, and I would be hard pressed to tell the difference. It looks so similar to this one. The neat little pumpkin with the star cutouts. Again, over their television. A few little pieces here and there just tucked in. Look at that wonderful wooden acorn. And the game board. Just so lovely. Here's a little pewter bowl that accents here and there. Oh yeah, behind me you'll see here the pieces that her mom had made for her. Look at these. Right back over here. A whole basket that her mom made for her, that she called them the scaredy cats, with little scraps of fabric. Mrs. E, do you see these? Aren't they just so precious? And they're so well stuffed too. So cute. Look at how gorgeous this cupboard is displayed. All the pewter, and then the pumpkins, the little mini pumpkins and acorns. So charming. Historic, early styled. Here's another one of Bridget's design. And check these out. Are they wonderful? And Tina said that these are the artisan that made these is still making pieces even now. These are gathered traditions. Look at that. Those faces. Their eyes are all painted. They're beautiful. The table is just so beautifully put together. One of the cupboards here on the side is open. More of the pewter inside. The 3 little white pumpkins. It's small little touches that bring fall and the harvest inside. Look at that gorgeous sampler. That one was done by Tina in 1989. Beautiful. And so much of the furniture here, Tina's husband, Clayton, made. Isn't that wonderful? That apothecary with all the drawers. And then how the graduated size of the jugs going up to the middle, both directions. Love that. All right, here's the main hallway from the front, and look at how cute this is. With the little, are they sweet? Here coming up the stairs. Aren't they adorable? And here, more right here on the bench, so you really have to look, because some of these things are just subtle little bits here and there. Just precious. I know I said in the last video here at the house, I love the runners that are here on these stairs. That's something that I really want to be looking for. And here on the landing. And here is another one of these. Sweet broom riding. And all of these lovely, what a lovely display here on the wall. What an accent wall. My goodness. You know, I know sometimes people will say, well, paint a wall a particular color or a different color to make an accent wall, but my gosh, I would much rather do a design or make an accent wall with something like that. All right, we'll go in here. Aren't these gorgeous? These are from Joe Spencer. I knew that name would come to me here eventually. And Tina said they are still being made, and there will be, our new ones that get released. All the samplers, all the sewing, the darning pieces here. I will make sure to also link in the description and at the end of the video the other video that we did here. There are actually 2 other videos that we had done here in this red salt box. I'm just always so inspired when I feel so blessed to come here, to be invited, to be able to come into her home and film and bring you all with me. Is this just a gorgeous, gorgeous room, incredible home? And Tina said she did not remember who had made these. Aren't they wonderful? Maybe there's something here that you will see that you will recognize, perhaps, who had made these. Aren't they cute? And this one I think is a scarecrow. Oh gosh, are they sweet? And then this was something that I really had picked up on the last time we were here, but look at this whole bowl of the little coin purses. The sewing basket, the glove stretcher right here. And these amazing, just absolutely amazing collections of the tomato and strawberry pin cushions. Tina said that some were her own and some were her mother's. And here, this beautiful cabinet, just so artfully displayed with some of those, the Amish puzzle balls and more of those pin cushions. We were talking about how maybe our children and our adult children, I can tell you, my mom has a doll that is in one of the guest rooms at her house. Will my boys care that I say this? I don't think so. And they don't really watch my videos, so it's okay. But there's a doll that she would put in one of the guest rooms. And my boys, it goes in the closet when they're there. Because they do not like to sleep in that room with that doll. Looking at them, staring at them. Here is another one. They're just tucked here and there. Just enough as a reminder of what the season is. As the weather changes. Love that flame stitch camelback sofa. I will be going out to Meander Hill next week. Actually, our highest viewed video ever was Meander Hill at Christmas time a couple of years ago. So be watching for that. A whole tour again of Seville Antiques before the Christmas open house is also coming up. So I hope that you will come back. Hit that subscribe button. And ring that little bell, because that just will let you know when a new video is up. Love the decoration of the little witch's hat here on the bed, as if she just kind of set her hat down. are just wonderful. They're so cute. Here again, more of those. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be looking for these now for sure. That is just wonderful. Cute. One of Tina's very, very dear friends, Mary Ann Prim, a wonderful, wonderful friend and artist. My goodness, what a talent. And then surrounded by some of the samplers also that Tina had made over the years. Just gorgeous. Oh, this is just, what do they say? What's this little saying? Goals. These are goals. The beams just filled with the baskets. It just feels warm and cozy and inviting. Clayton had made the shutters for the windows. And every year they do an oil coating on a treatment on the trough here. Because the humidity, it does dry it out. And then they have that filled with gourds. And again, just some of the little mini white pumpkins here and there, the little chocolate mold, the owl. This is so sweet. It's just in the details, truly. It is in the details. Here, the little mini pumpkin on top of the stack of the grain measures. And lots of the small wooden pieces, the little treenware pieces on top of the spice cabinets. I love this. I think she said from one of her Facebook friends. And then the brownware pieces with the corn decoration comes out during harvest time. I'm trying to decide which way to go. That way, or maybe we'll go this way. We'll go through the kitchen. The chairs, all the Windsor chairs are from the Great Windsor Chair Company. I think in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. And then the sweet little cat her mom had made for her. She was saying how talented her mom was that she could see a picture of something and create it. Now that is talent. Truly talent. No pattern needed. Could just pick it up and do it. There, another little Bridget piece. Those wonderful bowls up here, if I remember right. Tina had told me that these were the ones from her family. Here's the little sugar nips on the counter. This wonderful little advertising piece probably right here. Look at that. That owl and those eyes. Gosh, look at all of these are wonderful. I don't remember seeing these before. These look like seed spoons, and these maybe for pie crimping. Love how everything is closed, put away behind the doors, and then this lovely display right here on the board. And then that gorgeous pop of blue color in that little spice box. We'll head down this little hallway, and here on the left is the cage bar. Oh, look at here with the feathers. The pumpkins and the garlands. And I love, absolutely adore the size of that tin chandelier up there. All those wonderful clay pottery bottles in so many different colors. And then the onion-shaped bottles. Again, those were that shape because when they were on a ship coming across rough seas, you would not, they would fall over if they were the standard shape bottle, but with the big rounded bottom, they would not tip. Love the breadboards on the sides of the cabinet. Just another really clever idea. And more of the little treenware pieces. Those great flicker candles. And these pieces, I believe, I'll have to ask Tina, but I think those are for putting corks into bottles. I believe. And then Tina told me, this was the cutest thing. She had an idea while she was sleeping, in her dream, to be putting these little tiny spinner gourds in those porringers on the mantle. Is that a clever, clever idea? Love the combination. The plaid furniture. And then I think that is called a snowflake pattern, I believe. With the big, beautiful gourd with the little pumpkin pods all around it. Oh, just truly, truly a cozy, beautiful home. Beautifully decorated. Done by me, Tina D. Parsons. Another one of her sampler pieces. Love the crows here by the light, and then those wonderful wooden bowls. Goodness, this is the kind of house that it makes it very difficult to figure out what are you going to use for the thumbnail. Look at all of these. They're wonderful. The little butter presses. My goodness. Well, my prim friends, I have video after video after video coming in the next several days, we have shows, we have open houses, we have special, another home tour, just so many different things. I really hope that you will hit that subscribe button and most definitely ring that bell. Comment below if you have any questions. I would love to be answering during our Christmas open house on Sunday. I am looking at possibly doing a live. So, not done that before, but we'll see. You may be giving me confidence to do that. Well, take care, everyone, and we will see you very soon in the next video. Happy fall.